Good morning, I'm Craig DeGrelli. It's Monday, November 25th, 2024, and these are your Unbiased Updates. President-elect Trump continues to stock his cabinet in quick fashion, who he has chosen for Treasury as well as Agriculture Secretary. And travel cranks up on this Monday before Thanksgiving. The stormy weather that might hamper some people's plans for the holiday and what to expect throughout the week.
From the Straight Arrow News Studio, bringing the stories that matter to you from across the United States and around the world, these are today's Unbiased Updates.
Over the weekend, President-elect Donald Trump was busy rounding out his cabinet selections, names of people set to fill key roles in his second administration. Trump selecting Brooke Rollins as Secretary of Agriculture. Rollins served under Trump in his first term, first as the assistant to the president for intergovernmental and technology initiatives, then later as the acting director of the Domestic Policy Council. Rollins, a Texas lawyer, is currently the president and CEO of the America First Policy Institute, a conservative think tank consisting of former Trump staff members. As Agriculture Secretary, Rollins would oversee the 10,000 employees of the USDA, becoming only the second woman to lead this department. Next, Donald Trump choosing hedge fund manager Scott Bessent for Treasury Secretary. Bessent is the founder of investment firm Key Square Capital Management and has recently become one of Trump's top economic advisors. He is a former protege of Democratic donor George Soros, at one time the chief investment officer of Soros Fund Management. As Treasury Secretary, Bessent would oversee Donald Trump's tax policies and the nation's sanctions programs. The president-elect choosing former NFL player and Texas Congressman Scott Turner to lead the Department of Housing and Urban Development. During Trump's first term, Turner served as the first executive director of the White House Opportunity and Revitalization Council. Turner is currently the chair for the Center for Education Opportunity at the America First Policy Institute. And President-elect Trump also announcing his choices for three top health positions. Marty Makary, a Johns Hopkins surgeon and a member of the National Academy of Medicine, has been tapped to lead the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. In this role, Makary would oversee the FDA's $7 billion budget. He would report to Trump's pick of Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Former Florida Congressman Dave Weldon is Trump's pick to be the director of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Weldon is a physician and Army veteran. He served in the House from 1995 to 2009. And Trump has picked Dr. Jeanette Neshawat to be the next U.S. Surgeon General. The doctor is a Fox News contributor and the medical director of CityMD, the network of urgent centers in New York and New Jersey. All of these positions will need Senate confirmation. As reports indicate, a ceasefire deal between Israel and Iran-backed militant group Hezbollah could soon become a reality. The countries are trading deadly and destructive strikes. This morning, reports indicate Hezbollah is attacking Galilee from Lebanon, while Israel continues to focus on the Lebanese capital of Beirut. This latest round started with an Israeli attack on Beirut on Saturday night that left more than 24 people dead. That's according to the Lebanese Health Ministry. Hezbollah responding to that strike by launching more than 200 rockets and drones at Israel, marking one of the heaviest bombardments of Israel since fighting intensified in September. Israel says its goal is to return tens of thousands of people home who evacuated from the northern part of the country due to rocket attacks by Hezbollah. Meantime, Israeli attacks on Beirut have led the Lebanese Education Ministry to postpone school there until January. On Sunday, the European Union's foreign policy chief said a U.S. ceasefire proposal was awaiting final approval from Israel. Developing this morning, at least one person is dead after a DHL cargo plane crashed while approaching an airport in Lithuania's capital. Officials say the plane split into pieces, then skidded for a few hundred feet into a nearby home. The flight had taken off from Germany and crashed around 5:30 a.m. local time while approaching its final destination in Lithuania. Officials say the person who was killed was a member of the flight crew, but it was not the pilot. 3 other people on board were injured. Nobody on the ground got hurt. Officials say at least 12 people had to be evacuated from the home. Investigators are looking into the cause of the crash and have not yet ruled out it being an act of terrorism. Back here in this country, as Thanksgiving travel ramps up, another round of wintry weather is expected to cause some issues. In California, where 2 bodies were recovered from floodwaters on Saturday, authorities are bracing for more downpours while still dealing with flooding and landslides from last week's bomb cyclone. Meantime, the National Weather Service has issued a winter storm warning for the Sierra Nevadas through Tuesday, with heavy snow expected at higher elevations, with some wind gusts potentially reaching 55 miles an hour. That area is expected to get up to 4 feet of snow by Wednesday. Forecasters say the Midwest and Great Lakes regions will see rain and snow today. The East Coast will feel the effects on Thanksgiving and Black Friday. But so far, this upcoming weekend, following Thanksgiving, is shaping up to have pretty clear conditions for travelers heading home. President Biden is getting ready for a Thanksgiving tradition at the White House today, his final turkey pardon. The 2 lucky birds getting spared this year are Peach and Blossom from Minnesota. They're living in the lap of luxury, if you will, at the famed Willard Intercontinental Washington Hotel near the White House while they wait for their permanent clemency from becoming a Thanksgiving feast. The annual pardon of the turkeys will take place today at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. The birds will then return to Minnesota to live out their days on a farm. Finally this morning, it was a magical weekend at the box office as the movie Wicked proved to be quite popular with audiences. The film, based on the Broadway hit about the Land of Oz before, during, and after Dorothy's famous visit, was #1 in North America, taking in $114 million, making it the 3rd biggest domestic opening of the year. The film, which stars Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo, is now the #1 Broadway-to-film adaptation and ranks 4th for the biggest debuts for a musical in history. I would think the movie theaters would be packed Thanksgiving week. Those are your unbiased updates for this Monday. We'll see you back here on Tuesday. For all of us here at Straight Arrow News, I'm Craig DeGrelli. Have a great day.